Hello and welcome back to the rundown on Women's Football Talk. Now before we get into today's video, make sure you smash that subscribe button and turn on the post notification bell so you never miss a video of ours when we upload it, and that you're following us on Twitter and Instagram for all the latest news and stories as and when it happens. So the international break is now over and we are returning back to club action this weekend with the FA Cup happening here in England and Italy and France having the returns of their leagues this week, with the other European leagues not returning to action just yet. But before we get into that, we are here to say congratulations to Haiti, Panama and Portugal, who have all qualified for the Women's World Cup later on this year. All three teams will be participating for the first time, and it is absolutely fantastic news to see this. Obviously, with it being an expansion World Cup from previous year, there was more opportunity for new nations to have qualified, and those three teams qualified from winning their interconfederation groups, and they are 3 of the 8 teams who will be participating at a Women's World Cup for the first time ever. So it is going to be some fantastic stuff to see. So Haiti will be joining the group with England, China and Denmark. Portugal go into the same group as the United States, the Netherlands and Vietnam, and then Panama go into the same group as France, Jamaica and Brazil. So they are the groups, and all the stuff sorted for this World Cup in Australia and New Zealand in just about 5 months time. So everything is set. Obviously now we just need the squads confirmed, which we done, I imagine, around about June time, about a month away from the tournament, and we'll have lots of coverage from that right here on the channel. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on anything. Obviously the international break has seen a lot of tournaments take place across the globe. So we've had the Arnold Clark Cup here in England, which England have won, the She Believes Cup, which the United States won, Tournée de France, which France won, and the Cup of Nations, which Australia won down under. So been lots of action, some great goals as well, but the return of club football is here. So let's have a look ahead to this weekend's fixtures. And obviously here in England it's the FA Cup, and the standout fixture from this 5th round is Chelsea versus Arsenal, 2 top sides in the WSL, the 2 most successful sides in WSL and Women's FA Cup history. It is going to be an absolute cracking game. Chelsea obviously coming to this from their good form. Lauren James absolutely balling out in the last couple of games for Chelsea, and then you got Sam Kerr and Guru Wrighton doing what they usually do, performing in top places for Emma Hayes' side, where Arsenal last time out they faced Manchester City in the WSL, and that's when they lost that game in what was probably their worst performance of the season. Obviously they'll be wanting to put that in the back of them ahead of Sunday's game. As far as I know, there's no full injury concerns. Now, possible one for Arsenal would be Sabrina D'Angelo, who got injured for Canada when they were playing in the She Believes Cup. However, we don't know the full extent of that. As we're recording this, Jonas Odegaard hasn't had his weekend press conference. And then on Chelsea's side, Pernille Harder has been back in training this past week, and we don't know how close she is to returning to action for Emma Hayes' side. So they are the 2 only bit of injury concerns. Obviously, having these 2 sides meet each other in the 5th round means that there isn't going to be one of them in the later stages of the FA Cup, which would be a massive blow to obviously the side that goes out, but fantastic for the competition, as we could potentially have new winners of the tournament. So a look at the other fixtures that are taking place on this Sunday. You have Manchester United taking on Durham, Brighton and Hove Albion versus Coventry United, Bristol City playing Manchester City, Charlton Athletic versus Birmingham City, Lewis versus Cardiff City, who are the lowest ranked side left in the competition, Tottenham Hotspur versus Reading, and West Ham United versus Aston Villa. Some fantastic ties to look forward to in the FA Cup this weekend here in England, as many people around the world obviously love the FA Cup tournament, and obviously both the men's and women's game proves that point. So let's have a look at some of the games over in the 2 European leagues where we have league action this weekend. In France, Lyon play host to Bordeaux on Saturday afternoon against Bordeaux, like I said, at 12:45, whilst PSG travel to Dijon at the same time. And then over in Italy, league leaders AS Roma travel to Sampdoria. Then we have Juventus playing Parma and Inter Milan playing Fiorentina. So some good games to look forward to. Obviously, a lot of people will still be waiting for the next week of action when we get all the leagues back, and obviously in March sees the return of the UEFA Champions League. So we're about 4 weeks roughly to the date away from the return of the Women's Champions League. But in the meantime, like I said, make sure you like and subscribe with post notifications turned on so you never miss a video of ours, and that you're following us on Twitter and on Instagram for all the latest news and stories as and when it happens. And we'll be back on Monday to recap all of the talking points from this weekend's actions and any big stories that come out from the weekend's games. Until then, we will see you soon.